first venture into the world of juvenile idiopathic arthritis was when Fifi presented with huge temperatures and a very stiff neck, and we were nearly short of calling an ambulance one night because we thought it was meningitis. When we gave her, my brother's paramedic, and he came around and he said, give her brufen and ibuprofen, or paracetamol and ibuprofen intermittently, and it came down. But she still had a very stiff neck the next day. We went to the doctor who just gave us, told us to go and get blood tests. We went and got blood tests. It then presented, then we had another couple of bouts where in a couple of weeks' time we had painful joints where she couldn't move. She actually couldn't walk. She was stiff. We were actually in IKEA and we ended up having to go to the hospital because she actually nearly collapsed and was stiff from her neck down to her toes. By the time we went to Crumlin first, and of course, which we didn't realise was an inflammation thing, so we had given her ibuprofen, which takes down the inflammation. So because we weren't classed as a priority case, because it wasn't a broken bone or blood, we were left to last, and by the time the ibuprofen came through, the inflammation had gone and there was nothing wrong with her. So we were told from the junior doctor that there wasn't, why did we come here, that we needed to see a day clinic. We didn't realise we needed to do that, so I went back to my doctor and he kind of sent a letter then to Crumlin to get, because it was in the joints, to see if it was something to do with her, whether it was lupus. We had her tested for lupus, Lyme disease, because we had been in Australia and she got bitten. We had her basically a pin cushion at one stage with all the blood tests we had to get because everything was coming back clear, but at the same time we were still getting these flares intermittently where things just seized up. We ended up another bad flare. I brought her to Tala Hospital, and again the exact same thing. They gave us ibuprofen for the pain. By the time we go and see the doctor, the inflammation is gone and you look like you, as a parent, have Munchausen's, and it's all in my head. So then we went back to the doctor again. This was a constant battle of going back to the GP and getting more blood tests, and he really didn't know what he was dealing with. Eventually, when I was at the hospital again and asked an emergency, I just said, can you just, to the registrar, can you forward her file to a day clinic which would deal with this? Eventually then we did get seen. A year and a half later we got seen, and because Fee has hypermobility syndrome as well, we were seen by Dr. Colleen, and within 6 days we got a phone call that there was a lot of damage to the hands and that we needed to go on methotrexate, and that she was diagnosed, because she had it in all her fingers, she had it in her wrists, her shoulder was sore, she was diagnosed with polyarticular juvenile idiopathic arthritis. And then we went on from there. We are on now Enbrel and methotrexate, and we see a lot of physio because we get an awful lot of stiffness, even though the Enbrel is doing its job, but we're still getting flares, and we see the OT on a regular basis.